Sabr refers to restraining the soul from despair and complaint while maintaining steadfast obedience to Allah during trials and worship. It manifests when you hold back your tongue, limbs, and thoughts from what displeases Allah during tests, temptations, and duties. To achieve Sabr, you must remember it appears in over 70 Quranic verses. Seek Allah's help through dua and salah, and train your nafs to pause before reacting. Sabr ala al-ta'at means patience in performing acts of obedience. It refers to forcing your body and heart to consistently perform what Allah commanded despite physical difficulty or laziness. This manifests when you wake for Fajr in winter cold, fast during long summer days, give zakah when finances feel tight, or maintain hijab under social pressure. To achieve this, you establish firm routines, ask Allah for thabat, remove distractions, and remind yourself every difficult worship becomes light on Judgment Day. Sabr an al-ma'asi means patience in avoiding sins. It refers to restraining yourself from prohibited actions despite strong temptation or peer pressure. You recognize this when you lower your gaze from haram content, refuse interest-based transactions, avoid backbiting, or end sinful relationships even when easy opportunities arise. The prescribed method is immediately seeking refuge in Allah when temptation appears, avoiding environments where sin is prevalent, and replacing each haram outlet with halal alternatives. Sabr ala al-aqdar means patience with divine decree. It refers to accepting Allah's decisions regarding illness, poverty, loss, or death without complaint against His wisdom. This manifests when calamity strikes, yet you say inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun with genuine acceptance rather than mere lip service. To reach this stage, you must internalize that Allah never burdens a soul beyond capacity, and every test contains hidden wisdom for your spiritual development. Sabr al-awam represents the patience of ordinary believers. It manifests when you restrain yourself from complaining outwardly while your heart remains restless and agitated internally. You can recognize this by examining whether you successfully control your tongue during trials while your emotions remain turbulent. To achieve this, you must consciously bite your tongue during calamity, recognizing that vocalizing despair invalidates reward even if internal peace has not arrived. Sabr al-Qawas represents the patience of spiritually advanced believers. It manifests when you accept Allah's decree with genuine contentment such that your heart remains as calm as your limbs. The signs include inner tranquility during trials, lack of internal resentment, and stable trust in divine wisdom. To achieve this, you must train your heart to see wisdom behind afflictions, moving beyond mere complaint suppression to authentic acceptance of divine will. Sabr Jamil means beautiful patience without complaint to others. It refers to enduring hardship while maintaining pleasant demeanor and guarding your tongue from expressing grief to creation. This manifests when you face trials yet speak only good words, avoid displaying suffering for sympathy, and reserve complaints for Allah alone in private prayer. To achieve beautiful patience, you must remember that complaining to creation brings no relief, while complaining to the Creator brings mercy and reward. Sabr in the first moments refers to your immediate reaction at the initial shock of calamity. It manifests in the first words from your mouth, your facial expression, your first message, or social media post after receiving bad news. Islamic scholars emphasize that this first response often separates true sabr from later forced acceptance when emotions settle. To achieve this, you train yourself to pause, take a breath, say alhamdulillahi ala kulli hal, and avoid instant emotional decisions. Sabr of the tongue means controlling every word during difficulty and ease. It manifests when you avoid complaining about Allah, insulting others, cursing your situation, spreading frustration online, or blaming qadar for your circumstances. The signs include speaking with restraint, limiting how often you repeat your pain to people, and preferring dua over constant venting. To achieve this, you recite dhikr when angered, remember every word is recorded, practice silence when emotional, and complain your state to Allah, not against Allah. Sabr of the heart refers to inner submission and tawakkul in Allah's wisdom. It manifests when your heart does not secretly resent Allah's decree, even as you feel natural sadness and pain. You can recognize this by examining whether continued hope exists, hatred towards Allah's commands is absent, and stable belief remains that Allah chose what benefits your akhirah. To achieve this, you reflect on Allah's names Al-Hakim, Al-Latif, Ar-Rahman. Recite verses on Qadar as mentioned in this verse. No calamity strikes except by permission of Allah, and keep renewing intention to be pleased with His choice. Sabr versus passivity means understanding Islamic patience is not laziness or surrender to injustice. It manifests when you do not confuse sabr with accepting oppression, remaining silent about clear wrongdoing, or refusing to seek halal solutions to problems. The signs include still taking permissible means, making effort to improve situations, and resisting injustice within Islamic limits. To achieve this, you learn the difference between forbidden anger and commanded resistance. Act with wisdom, and remember sabr means holding firm to Allah's path, not abandoning beneficial action. Sabr in worship means maintaining consistency and quality in religious obligations. It manifests when you pray on time with khushu, fast completely during Ramadan, give charity regularly, and seek Islamic knowledge despite busy schedules or distractions. The signs include resisting urges to rush prayers, not abandoning sunnah acts, and protecting 5 daily prayers as fixed pillars. To achieve this, you organize your schedule around salah, not the opposite. Recite slowly, reflect on each verse, and gently return wandering minds without giving up. Sabr over long-term worship refers to istiqamah, or consistent patience over years. It manifests when you maintain small but regular amounts of Qur'an, dhikr, charity, and study instead of intense short bursts followed by long gaps. The signs include stable habits, gradual improvement, and avoiding spiritual burnout through realistic expectations. To achieve this, you start with achievable targets, increase slowly, avoid comparing your pace with others, and remember Allah loves continuous deeds, even if small, as referenced here from authentic Hadith. Sabr with people means handling harm, mistakes, and shortcomings of others without breaking Islamic limits. It manifests when family, colleagues, or community members annoy, disappoint, or wrong you, and you respond with controlled speech and measured actions. The signs include forgiving when appropriate, avoiding endless arguments, not exposing every fault, and controlling anger through Islamic methods. To achieve this, you remember your own sins to Allah, recite wasbir alama yakalun as mentioned in this verse, and choose wise silence over pointless confrontations. Sabr in anger refers to restraining your nafs at peak emotional heat. It manifests when you feel blood rising, but do not shout, insult, hit, or send messages you will regret later. The signs include changing your posture, leaving places of argument, staying quiet until calm, and avoiding instant reactions. To achieve this, you apply prophetic guidance to sit if standing, lie down if sitting, make wudu, recite A'udhu billahi min ash-shaytanir rajim, and only speak after your heart settles completely. Sabr over desires means delaying or denying immediate enjoyment for eternal reward. It manifests when you do not follow every impulse for food, sleep, sexuality, entertainment, or spending money on unnecessary items. The signs include saying no to yourself even in private, accepting discomfort for Allah, and not chasing constant stimulation. To achieve this, you fast some voluntary days, limit screen time, lower your gaze consistently, keep busy in halal work, and remember nafs calls to ease, while jannah is surrounded by difficulties. Sabr in seeking knowledge refers to long-term endurance required to study Islam properly. It manifests when you sit through lessons, revise material, memorize texts, and review concepts even when results feel slow or discouraging. The signs include not jumping between teachers constantly, not seeking quick fame, and accepting that understanding grows through repetition over time. To achieve this, you fix regular study slots, write detailed notes, ask Allah for beneficial knowledge, serve teachers respectfully, and maintain humility, knowing true ilm requires years of patient effort. Sabr in financial matters means earning and spending only through halal methods. It manifests when you refuse interest, fraud, bribery, or impermissible businesses even if they appear to solve immediate financial problems. The signs include contentment with simple living, avoiding jealousy of others' wealth, and practicing delayed gratification in savings and spending decisions. To achieve this, you learn basic halal income rules, ask Allah for halal provision, avoid environments pushing haram deals, and remind yourself, 1 dirham halal exceeds mountains of haram wealth. Sabr in family relationships refers to enduring trials from those closest to you. It manifests when dealing with difficult parents, spouse, children, or relatives while staying within Islamic manners and maintaining kinship ties. The signs include not cutting people off without Islamic justification, correcting with wisdom, and continuing dua for their guidance despite frustrations. To achieve this, you study family rights in Islam, set boundaries without oppression, seek counseling when needed, and use night prayers asking Allah to fix hearts rather than trying to control everyone yourself. Sabr during ease means not being corrupted by blessings and comfort. It manifests when wealth, health, status, or comfort increase, yet you do not become arrogant, distracted from worship, or attached to dunya. The signs include still giving charity generously, still crying in dua, still fearing misguidance, and not boasting about achievements. To achieve this, you remember ease is also a test. Give more as blessings increase, renew gratitude daily, and recite verses about nations destroyed after being deluded by temporary comfort. Sabr against despair means holding on to hope in Allah even after repeated failure or sin. It manifests when you fall into sin, then still repent. When doors close, yet you still make dua. When you feel spiritually distant, but still return to Qur'an. The signs include refusing to say there is no hope for me, refusing to abandon Salah completely, and continuing to seek forgiveness despite repeated mistakes. To achieve this, you remember Allah forgives all sins for those who return. Study stories of prophets' long struggles and keep your tongue alive with la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Training sabr through small hardships refers to deliberately using minor discomforts to strengthen spiritual muscles. It manifests when you accept traffic delays, minor illnesses, or daily annoyances as opportunities to practice restraint rather than sources of frustration. The signs include less complaining over small things, faster recovery after irritation, and viewing daily frustrations as spiritual training opportunities. To achieve this, you consciously say this is a chance for sabr, respond with dhikr instead of anger, fast some voluntary days, and push yourself to complete tasks even when feeling bored or unmotivated. Means to increase sabr include spiritual tools Allah provided for strengthening patience. They manifest through regular salah, Qur'an recitation, dhikr, dua, righteous company, remembering death, and reflecting on Jannah and Jahannam as mentioned in these passages. You can recognize their effectiveness when you turn to wudu and prayer during stress, recite patience verses during trials, sit with people who remind you of Allah, and make specific duas for sabr like Rabbana Afrig Alaina Sabran. To achieve this, you schedule daily time for these means not only during crises, but as consistent spiritual nourishment. The highest level of sabr combines patience, rida, and shukr together. It manifests when you remain patient during hardship, feel content with Allah's decree, and express gratitude for spiritual benefits hidden inside tests. The signs include seeing calamities as purification, not wishing to trade your test for someone else's situation, and loving Allah not only for His gifts, but also for His perfect wisdom in choosing your specific trials. So did I miss any stage of sabr? Let me know in the comments below, and if you find this beneficial, kindly do a small favor by liking the video and subscribe to the channel. It only takes 2 clicks, but it means so much to me. You can also check out my other videos as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.